Have you ever felt lost in the vast theatre of life, asking yourself, is this all there is? We look at titans of industry, the Musks and Jobs of the world, and we can't help but wonder, what's their secret? The secret, my friends, is as timeless as the stars. A person's greatness is determined by their thoughts. Napoleon Hill famously said, "What you think about, you become." But if it's that simple, why do so many of us still struggle? This story holds the key. Our story begins in a bustling railway station, a place of constant motion. Amidst the rushing crowds lived a beggar, almost invisible to the world passing him by. His life was a monotonous cycle of asking, of only receiving, never giving. One afternoon, he spotted a sharply dressed businessman. He must be rich, the beggar thought. He'll surely give me plenty. With a flicker of hope, he approached the man and held out his hand. But the businessman didn't reach for his wallet. Instead, he asked a question that would echo through the beggar's soul and change his life forever. "Do you only take from others?" he asked, his voice calm but firm. "Have you ever given anything to anyone?" The beggar was completely stunned. "Sir," he stammered, "I'm just a beggar. I have nothing to give." The businessman offered a slight, knowing smile. "If you believe you have nothing to give, then you have no right to ask. I am a businessman, and I believe in the exchange of value. Offer me something, and I will gladly give you something in return. But if you offer nothing, I can give you nothing." Just then, the train's whistle blew. The businessman boarded and was gone, but his words remained, hanging in the air, burrowing deep into the beggar's mind. "If I offer nothing, why should anyone give me anything?" For the very first time, he saw himself not through the eyes of pity, but through the lens of value. That night, sleep offered no escape. The businessman's question turned over and over in his mind. What can I possibly give? For 2 whole days, he was lost in thought. He didn't beg. He didn't even try. On the 3rd day, as he sat by the tracks, he noticed something he'd overlooked 1,000 times before. A small patch of wildflowers, vibrant and full of life, growing defiantly by the cold steel rails. An idea struck him like a bolt of lightning. What if I offer something in return? What if I give a flower for every coin I receive? He gently plucked a handful of the colorful blossoms. He returned to his usual spot, but something fundamental inside him had shifted. He was no longer just asking. He was preparing to offer. Soon a man walked by and dropped a coin into his cup. The beggar looked him straight in the eye, a genuine smile spreading across his face, and offered him a single beautiful flower. The man was surprised, then his own face lit up with a smile as he accepted the unexpected gift with delight. This small, beautiful exchange happened again and again and again. An incredible thing started to happen. As he gave away the flowers, people began giving him more money, far more than before. He noticed a clear pattern. As long as he had flowers to give, people were incredibly generous. When he ran out of flowers for the day, the donations dwindled back to almost nothing. It's true, he thought, with a jolt of excitement. People value an exchange. One day, he spotted a familiar figure on the platform, the very same businessman. The beggar rushed over, his heart pounding with a newfound confidence. "Sir, today I have something to give you," he exclaimed. "If you give me money, I will give you these flowers in return." The businessman's face broke into a warm, genuine smile. He handed the man a large bill, far more than a single flower was worth. "You have truly understood," he said, accepting a few flowers. "Today you are no longer a beggar. You have become a businessman." The train departed, and those words echoed in the station. "You have become a businessman." In that profound moment, the truth washed over him. I am not a beggar. I am a trader. People aren't giving me money out of pity. They are paying for the joy my flowers bring them. This means I have a business. That very day, he made a bold decision. He left the railway station and never returned as a beggar again. 6 months passed. At that very same station, 2 well-dressed men crossed paths. One of them, the businessman from our story, looked at the other with a puzzled expression. "Forgive me, but do I know you?" The other man smiled broadly. "Yes," he replied. "We've met here twice before." The businessman's eyes widened in shock as recognition dawned. "Wait, ... you're the beggar I bought flowers from." The former beggar let out a hearty laugh. "Yes, that was me. But today I run a successful flower business. I'm traveling now to expand it even further." The businessman was completely astonished. "That's incredible," he said. "What changed?" The flower seller smiled, a deep wisdom in his eyes. "You taught me one of life's greatest truths. We only truly receive when we first give. That day I realized I was never really a beggar. I was a businessman all along. I just had to start seeing myself that way." The 2 men shook hands again. No longer a businessman and a beggar, but as equals. The lesson from this story is simple, yet incredibly profound. Your life is shaped by how you see yourself. If you believe you are small, you will remain small. But if you recognize the immense potential that lies within you, you can achieve greatness. Don't limit yourself with labels others give you or that you give yourself. See yourself as strong, as capable, as successful. Because when your thoughts change, your identity changes. And when your identity changes, your entire future changes too. The choice right now begins in your mind. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that can help you change your perspective and change your life. We'll see you in the next video.